Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Spectrum Drama, where we take a look at the hottest posts on Spectrum for the week and give our opinions on them. So before we get started, don't forget that we are still running our giveaway for the Avenger Titan game package with 2 years insurance. So if you want to be in with a chance to win that, then all you need to do is comment on this and every video in the month of February for your chance to win. And don't forget to append it with moo or similar, for, so that I can count you and stuff. I confused myself there by going moo. But yes, make sure that you moo at us. We love it. Yeah, don't forget to give us your opinions in the comments. Let us know what you think of the posts. It's always good to hear from you guys. But I think that's pretty much it. So let's get started. Okay, so first up we've got a post from Erwin M. Fletcher, and it says, CIG, can we give Elite Dangerous style landing pads a try? And you'll see basically from the images and the GIFs or GIFs, however you want to say it, that they have a really interesting and awesome way of getting rid of your ship, which is that you land on a landing pad and then that pad is lowered into the hangar, so you don't have to, like you do with a freelancer, thread the needle. It's terrifying, absolutely terrifying. So I think this is a brilliant idea. I don't know why this wouldn't be the first iteration, but you know. Yeah,
it's a bit more mechanic based, really, isn't it? But yeah, I like the way it kind of draws it into the landing pad, spins it round, and then stows it for storage.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. Definitely, we need something like this in Star Citizen.
Yes, 100%.
100%. Yeah, maybe they are looking at this and thinking they could steal that kind of idea, but I doubt we're going to see anything like this for a couple of years, though.
Yeah, easily. And I like the fact that he's got the cool factor, because obviously, you know, Chris Roberts loves anything that's like kitsch and cool.
Yeah.
And it spins, it lowers, it raises, it retracts, it extends, it slices, it dices. It juliennes. I love that. And that is the kind of thing that would get Chris's juices bubbling, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I can see them doing this, because it is kind of a natural progression from the what we've got at the minute, which is shove your ship in a hole
and then it disappears.
Yeah. To we'll actually, because they've got these now in like Japan and places where you park your car and then it goes and takes it away. So yeah, it makes sense. I think it's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, so basically this idea is exactly what's on the 890 jump at the moment, with the the sliding hangar doors on the top, and then it draws the ship into the hangar and then closes.
Yeah.
Exactly the same kind of idea, but we just want it on landing pads.
Yeah.
I mean, the proof of concept is already there on the 890, so there's really no reason why we couldn't have this.
No.
They'd have to retrofit, all landing pads.
At least like Lorville and ArcCorp and places where you actually do dip into the stupid little hangars.
Rest stops, yeah. Basically everything.
Yeah. Because I think what he's getting at is that, like when you land on a massive pad at Olisar, I think he's talking about keeping that the same. But the ones, where you go to like Lorville and you've got them silly little doors that open. Nothing comes up to help you. You've just got to try and figure out how to get in it, which is daft. But I think it would work for the larger scale. If you had every landing pad, you land on it and it goes, and then some doors open or whatever, and your ship just falls in. That'd be brilliant.
I'd do it for everything.
I would, yeah.
I think it would look better if you at the rest stops and whatever. They've got the big hangars for the rest stops, which is fine, but the sort of smaller landing pads for normal ships, they could do something like this as well.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it, and it'll make it look cooler as well. Because I mean, you watch the 890 jump do its thing, and it looks impressive, and then you go to these like central hubs, and it's like Stone Age. Put it in a hole.
Yeah.
Or, put it on a flat bit and leave it there. It's just, makes no sense.
I suppose the other option is if you had a kind of valet service, so you drop your ship off and you see an NPC come out and jump in your ship and fly off of it, park it.
You'd have to have keys for your ship, so you like throw them at him. Yeah. That would be brilliant. Yeah, that's what we need. So we either need pads that retract or we need some valet. Hilarious. It's got a little dude on the stand in a red jacket, just in a fez. Cool, so next up we've got a post from Cessboy.
Cessboy, yeah.
Cessboy, yeah, okay. And it says, Constellation Rework. hopes and dreams. Anyone think another Connie rework will happen? If so, what are you hoping to see? He is looking for these things, basically 3 things. Improve the useless bottom turret, has no field of view, etc, etc. Remove the giant strut directly across the centre of the pilot's view. Again, why would you even have that? And give it better shields and components, etc, etc. It's basically same shields as a freelancer. I mean, what would you hope to see if you saw a Constellation rework?
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty much got all the points that, a lot of this we kind of brought up in our review of it, which fun fact is our most watched video ever.
I think so.
Yeah, we pretty much mentioned everything he's got there. I can't really think of anything else that it would need, really. It could do with a speed boost. I mean, the ship is like 50% engine nacelles at the back, but it's really slow. So that could be changed as well. Like he says, better shields. That's just kind of a must, really. It's a pretty big target. It's interesting because the Taurus still hasn't been released yet. Which is really like the easiest one that they could have released. It's just a cargo version. So why haven't they? There is one kind of theory that they're holding it back because they are looking at doing a rework. Which kind of seems a bit viable for me. Hopefully when that Taurus does actually come out, hopefully we get a Connie rework with it.
That would be nice. The one thing I hope they don't do is change the looks too much.
No.
I love that ship. That's one of my favourite ships for cinematics. When we were doing all that kind of fly rounds around all the moons and that, it's an amazing. It's got a real sort of like Star Warsy, maybe not Star Trek, but Star Warsy vibe. That kind of very blocky, and I like it. It's really nice. But there's a few problems, and they could definitely iron them out. I think probably quite easily, but it's priorities, isn't it? It's not high on their priority list. Although saying that, it is kind of the poster child for CIG's multi-crew gameplay, which we don't have yet. You would have thought they would kind of keep that up to date. Kind of like the Hornet as well. That was kind of the poster child for combat fighters in the game, and that is also looking a bit shabby right now. It's ancient. When I get in that, it feels like driving an old Fiesta. You know what I mean? It's weird.
Need a new model.
Definitely. It's a shame to kind of let them just gather dust. And I know people still love them, but it would be really nice to see something done with them. And I hope that is true. I hope they're holding it back because they've got that in their pipeline.
I hope so.
Okay, so next up we've got a post from Raccoon. I don't even want to say it too loud because it looks rude. But it says, Multicrew, hopes and desires, my friends and I. So read this if you want to get a bigger gist, but I'm going to narrow it down as small as I can. So basically, given how things have been recently, it would make more sense to put the focus onto some more mechanics and gameplay to try and kind of keep people invigorated with the game, essentially. What he's saying here, obviously, there's we are focused on Squadron 42, and we know that they've made that very, very clear. But when it comes to the PU, they should possibly push some more resources towards multi-crew type game mechanics that will basically give everyone more to do in the verse, therefore keeping us interested and paying them money. Is that just did enough, do you think?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. He's got a little tagline at the bottom here. This year, 2020, could multi-crew become a priority for the PU? No, I don't think it will. But we need it.
We do.
Yeah. Multi-crew ships at the moment are really underutilized. There's not really many uses for them right now. Any kind of mission or any kind of activity really that you want to do in the PU at the moment is more effectively done in a single seat ship.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, anytime that you're in a group, it causes more issues because there's a lot more bugs. And when you're in a group, more often than not, it really is just one person flying and everyone else is just going with them to wherever they're going. There is, it's a shame, and I think that it would definitely reinvigorate all of the players if all of these orgs, because that's the other thing that people don't seem to sort of talk about much. There are giant orgs out there that do all these like org related activities, which is amazing, you know, do all this cool stuff, but they do it in a game that's really solo, it's single player. You know, they're just all in the same place. So you imagine if they could then interact with each other's ships and do this stuff. That org play would be amazing. I'd love to see ASA doing some stuff, you know, with some bigger org ships.
Yeah, big time. And now we've got the Carrack coming in, which is going to be supposedly the biggest multi-function, multi-crew ship in the game.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's basically just going to get flown around a couple of times, but there's nothing to do in it.
No.
Unfortunately.
Just gather dust, look at it.
They really need to hit this multi-crew pretty soon, I would have thought.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got a lot on their hands this year with Squadron 42, and they've really got to iron out the flight model for Squadron 42. So that's going to be a big thing this year. They've got a lot of tech coming this year as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to see any kind of multi-crew expanding this year, but I really hope so.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a messy year. I think that's the problem, and I can't see them making it a priority. Definitely not. But I could see them maybe trying to push out some things that give us more to do because of the Carrack. Kind of makes sense. So we can only hope, I suppose. Okay, and last up we've got a post from Spanker, and it says, "This is great, really awesome." I'll read some of this. So I just flied.
Yeah, I just flied.
I just flied a 5-hour session with 3 of my friends. 3 of us are in Europe and 1 guy is in China. We're all on the same server for around 5-6 hours with no crashes. This was 3.8.1, the last update. Thank you CIG, tremendous work and awesome results. Basically, they did a bunch of stuff for 6 hours without really any problems, and they were happy, and it's nice to hear.
Yeah, that's a rarity in 3.8.1, I have to say. Yeah, I'm impressed that they went for 6 hours with no crashes and no issues, and apparently both FOIOP and VOIOP were working.
Yeah.
And that is amazing.
That annoys me because we can't get either working.
No, can't at all.
Oh, it's mad. But it's quite impressive, and it takes me back to that thing that we say almost every time we discuss the problems of this game, is how many problems we have, and then we see the flip side of that coin where people are just loving it and enjoying it, and I think, first of all, it's unfair, but also, I'm pleased that people get to enjoy it. But no, 8.3.5.75 or 3.8.1 even, has just been a real bastard for me, and a bastard for you, I think, as well.
Yeah, been pretty horrific. 3.8.2 is looking a bit more promising.
Yeah.
Still got some issues, but it seems to be a lot more stable and less desync going on.
Yeah.
Not eliminated, but...
No, unless you're in a vehicle, like ground vehicle.
Oh yeah, that was really bad.
Oh yeah, that made me sick. Yeah, it's nice when you get that kind of... at least one story that kind of justifies a lot of the comments we get, where people are like, it's been fine for me, so when you see a story like this, which kind of explains them just playing the game, I'm pleased for them. I am pleased for them. I'm annoyed that we can't do that.
Yeah, but we're pleased for them.
But we're very pleased for them. Okay, so there you have it, folks. That is all the posts for this week. We hope you liked them. We hope you found them informative or amusing. If you did like them, then don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more Star Citizen content. And yes, definitely don't forget to leave your opinions in the comments section below, because we do like to hear how you feel about the topics that we've discussed. And also, don't forget, if you want to win that Avenger, all you got to do is comment. So commenting is king at Crying Cow. And also, we do have now a Patreon account. So if you want to support the channel, which we will really much appreciate, then we will put a link down below, and we have a few tiers, and we'll be doing some stuff for the Patreon, blooper reels, some random vlogs of our lives and stuff, mostly my life, because I tend to walk around with the camera more. But yeah, we'll be doing some cool stuff for the Patreon. So if you want to sign up, that's really awesome. But there's no pressure, and I think that rounds us off.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Thanks very much, everyone, for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.